Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to show you 13 phones coming out in 2020. Let's start the video. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, phone companies still plan to release new phones. The rollout started in earnest in late April with Apple's iPhone SE for 2020 and will continue well into the summer. While many of us are tightening our belts right about now, companies like Apple and Samsung are at this very moment still building phones and still hope you'll buy them. Here is a list of 13 mobiles that will release on 2020. Number 13. Samsung Galaxy Fold 2. Samsung is one company betting that foldables are the future of mobile devices. It worked on foldable displays for years before unveiling its Galaxy Fold in February 2019. Samsung's device, which expands from a phone into a tablet, captured the world's attention, but it quickly ran into troubles. The company delayed the launch of the $1,980 Fold by 5 months from April to September after some reporters found screen defects in the review units. This year, it's expected to launch round 2 with what we're currently referring to as the Galaxy Fold 2, building on what it learned from last year's disaster and February's Galaxy Z Flip. There aren't any firm details about when the Fold could launch, but some leakers suggest we'll see the phone as early as the second quarter. Expected release date: September 2020. Number 12. Huawei P40 Pro series. Huawei's P40 series consists of 3 phones, including the standard P40 and the P40 Pro, but it's the hero, the P40 Pro Plus, that has us most excited. It's the first phone to have a 10x optical zoom lens, it promises to be killer in low-light photography, and it's got a practically bezel-free design. This phone is due to go on sale in June, but due to ongoing political difficulties, the phone won't come to the US. Expected release date: no US release date, but on sale now in many European countries. Number 11. Samsung Galaxy Note 20. The fate of Samsung's annual stylus-bearing flagship phone for power users is up in the air. Typically, we'd expect the new Note to arrive in August, guns blazing, to much fanfare and a splashy launch event. This year, who knows? An early rumor suggested that the Note 20, following Samsung's new naming convention for the Galaxy S20 phones, would appear as early as July. That seems wholly unlikely as the world hunkers down to weather this coronavirus pandemic. It's possible that Samsung could host an online event like Rivals instead of the usual stadium or music hall venue. The company didn't reply to a request for comment on the topic. Expected release date: August 2020. Number 10. Xiaomi Meet 10, Meet 10 Pro. Xiaomi took the wraps off its latest flagship phones, the Meet 10 and Meet 10 Pro, in an online event on February 13 for the Chinese market, which it followed up with an international launch on March 27. Both phones sport a massive 108-megapixel camera sensor, which appeared first on the Mi 10 Note and was co-developed by Samsung. The phones will also come packed with other top-shelf specs, including the latest Snapdragon 865 chipset, 90Hz displays, a 4500 mAh battery, and a 30-watt wireless charging option. Xiaomi says it'll release the phones in European countries including Spain, Italy and France in April, but stopped short of announcing any details of a possible US launch or release. In Europe, the Mi 10 will start at €799, with the 10 Pro starting at €999. Under these prices, converting to US dollars would have the Mi 10 costing around $880 and the 10 Pro at $1,100. Expected release date: Xiaomi has not announced plans to launch in the US. Number 9. Samsung Galaxy A series. Samsung is going all in on budget phones with its new Galaxy A series lineup. And when we say budget, we mean downright cheap in some cases. We have yet to actually use these phones, though, so hopefully that's cheap in the best possible way. The 4G LTE lineup, which includes 4 phones, consists of the $110 Galaxy A10, the $180 Galaxy A11, the $250 Galaxy A20 and the $400 Galaxy A50, which is the follow-up to 2019's Galaxy A50. Then we have the 2 5G phones. The 5G version of the Galaxy A51 will cost $500, while the new Galaxy A71 5G comes in at $600. Expected release date: available now through the end of the summer, depending on model. Number 8. Google Pixel 4a and 4a XL. Last year, Google debuted budget versions of its Pixel phones, the Pixel 3a and 3a XL. The devices turned out to be a success for the company, so we expect follow-ups this spring. Rumors for the Pixel 4a and 4a XL include the same $399 starting price for the Pixel 4a and headphone jacks, as well as a new front-facing hole-punch camera. And in case there was any doubt, Verizon debunked a previous claim that it is dumping Pixel phones. It won't, and said it will continue to work with Google. Expected release date: April or May 2020. Number 7. Redmi Note 9s. In late March, Xiaomi sub-brand Redmi unveiled the Note 9s as its next-generation budget phone. It's the sequel to the Note 8 series, which emerged as the best-selling Android phone at the end of 2019. The biggest talking point of the Note 9s is its 5020 mAh battery crammed under the hood, which is larger than the 5000 mAh battery in the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Other notable features: the Redmi Note's first ever in-display selfie camera and the quad camera system on its rear, led by a 48-megapixel main sensor. The Redmi Note 9s will be available globally, the company said, arriving first in Singapore and Malaysia, with other release dates and pricing for the US to be announced later. We're expecting the base model that comes with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage to start at around $215 after converting to US dollars from its price in Singapore. Expected release date: Redmi didn't announce plans to launch in the US. Number 6. TCL Ten Leaders. The budget item in TCL's line, the 10L Pack 6.53-inch Full HD display, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor with 6GB RAM, and either 64GB or 128GB of storage, as well as 4 rear cameras. While its screen and specs are a step lower than those of the 10 Pro, its price is significantly more affordable at $249. Expected release date: May 2020. Number 5. Apple iPhone 12. The upcoming iPhone 12, 12 Pro and 12 Max, Apple has not confirmed the name of the phones, but we'll go with that for now. Face unknown waters ahead. Suppliers in China have already shut down or are operating on limited capacity because of the outbreak, which may impact inventory in September, when new iPhones are typically launched. Rumors for the devices are all over the place, with some stating the phones will have a radical new design and other leaks suggesting it will likely look similar to the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. Some models could have 5G, others might not. Expected release date: early September 2020. Number 4. Moto G Stylus. In February, Motorola announced 2 new members to its budget-friendly family of phones: the Moto G Stylus and Moto G Power. Both have a 6.4-inch Full HD hole-punch display for a selfie camera, a Snapdragon 665 processor, 4GB of RAM, and run Android 10, with Moto's thoughtful extra touches. The Moto G Stylus has, as you can probably guess, a stylus which puts the phone in line with the Samsung Galaxy Note and LG Stylo. It has 3 rear cameras: a 48-megapixel main camera, a 16-megapixel ultra-wide action camera and a built-in macro camera. It will cost $300. Expected release date: Spring 2020. Number 3. Moto G Power. There is a significant Venn diagram overlap between the Moto G Stylus and Moto G Power. See the Moto G Stylus section above for basic specs. The biggest differences, aside from the Moto G Power's $250 price tag, is that it doesn't have a stylus. Instead, the Moto G Power has a 5000 mAh battery that Motorola claims can last over 3 days of regular use after a single charge. There is a rear triple camera array with a 16-megapixel main camera, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera and a built-in macro camera. Expected release date: Spring 2020. Number 2. Sony Xperia One Eye. In February, Sony announced the Xperia One Eye and Xperia Pro, which on paper share many of the same basic specs. It has a 21:9 ratio 6.5-inch 4K HDR OLED display, Snapdragon 865, 4000 mAh battery with wireless charging, 8GB of RAM and 256GB. It has a rear triple camera array with 3 12-megapixel cameras with different focal lengths, 16, 24 and 70mm. The Xperia One Eye, like last year's Xperia One, will borrow camera tech from its Alpha line of cameras like the A7i and A9i. One of the best is IF, which instantly finds the focus on a person's eyes when taking photos. The phone will also support 5G, but not in the US. There's no word on pricing. Expected release date: late spring 2020. Number 1. Sony Xperia Pro. In February, Sony teased the Xperia Pro, a 5G phone aimed at professional video shooters. This could be the phone that knocks Apple's iPhone off its video prowess throne. It has the same triple-camera rear setup and alpha camera features as the consumer-focused Xperia One Eye, and like its sibling packs a 6.5-inch 21:9 ratio 4K OLED display, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor and 8 GB of RAM. The Pro also has 512 GB of storage and an HDMI USB 3.1 port for outputting video. The Pro will support both low-band and mid-band 5G. The Xperia Pro doesn't have a price, but will likely cost more than the Xperia One Eye. Expected release: late spring 2020. All this is for today's video. Hope so you enjoy this video. Your like, comments and share are appreciable for us. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos. Thank you.